Alrighty. Let's get this started. We said Long Island Railroad. Alright. What are journeys? I haven't done any of the journeys yet. Become fully qualified M3 engineer. No. Timetables. I've taken this train before, like the one that would be around this time. So let's do this. New York Penn to Ronkonkoma. Is the sound working? I keep getting an alert that says you're not getting sound. Okay, good. Alright. Unlock the doors. Let's run with this. Hello, sir. Doing alright today, how are you? Oh, what's the outside? Crowded train. You go make sure the marker lights are on in the back. Hold the bacon. We got a signal malfunction. Another one. Train's going through the platform. Yep, marker lights weren't on. Let's get those marker lights on. Sorry folks, excuse me. Crowded train. When did I get Train Sim World? Oh boy. A while ago now. I've had Train Sim for a long time. Train Sim World. I've had Train Sim even longer than now. I've had it almost since it came out. No, that's not true. I don't remember. It's been a while, though. Anyway, on we go. So this is the train to Ronkonkoma, although I doubt it. Woodside, Jamaica, Mineola, Hicksville. Okay. It's the right stations for a Ronkonkoma train. Well, the 62 and the 68 and look very different from a 42 and a 40 slam. So what do you mean? I'm getting the 60 code already? That's weird. So we left like a minute late due to the marker lights on the back not being on, so once we have corrected that, hopefully we'll get there on time. Now, for those of you who don't really realize, when I run this game, I follow the indications on the train itself. I don't use the artificial, you know, the HUD equipment. So if the speed code on the train says 80, I can do the speed limit, and so on and so forth. And that's how I run it. Hello, sir. How are you today? Let's hope this crossing horn works. The real horn works. That's the bad one. Now, because they always cross us over and then cross us back, start slowing down for that. This is a mainline train, theoretically going to Ronkonkoma, but I'm pretty sure it's going to Huntington. If you watch the video that I put up from my last stream, everything says Ronkonkoma. And then at the last second, when it actually gets to Hicksville, it all of a sudden decides that Huntington seems like a better option. After we've made announcements for Ronkonkoma the whole way, and it was scheduled as the Ronkonkoma train. Huntington seemed like the better choice. Oh, shut up. So, clearly, the train needs to go to Huntington. That horn's an insult to the M3s. Yeah, I saw that. I saw a link about that. Does it actually fix it, though? And who released it? Was it actually Dovetail? Because if not, you're not really able to monkey around with the files on this game, and it makes me a little wary. Wasn't the color scheme wrong, though, for Long Island? Here, do you guys have the link? Put the link in the... Hey, Bam. Go ahead and put the link in the description, I'll go look at it. Or in the... not in the description, in the chat, and I'll look at it. Yeah, somebody put the link in the chat, and I'll pull it up. Didn't Long Island Railroad always have the yellow fronts on their M3s? No, they don't always stop you there. Okay, so the M3s they put out with this mod pack, I'm looking at the video by FanRailer. I guess... Did they have a blue? I thought Metro North had the blue front. I could be wrong. Was it it's Fanrail that put this out? Oops. Yeah, I should download this. Where's the link? Alright, I'm downloading it now. Yeah, I forgot they had it originally. This replaces some of the original DTG sounds with fan railers and 2 sound enhancements and additional tweaks. You know what? The horn can't get worse, so as soon as I get to Jamaica, I'm going to quit this really quick and load the sound pack in, which I just downloaded, and load in the other paint job. So it replaces the original paint job. Okay. Nah, I got too much crap open. This is what happens when you guys... There we go. Oh, shut up. I'm in suppression. I mean, I kind of like this paint job with this cab, because this is what they have now, and this is the cab they have now. But... let me get this thing into Jamaica, and then I will put these files in. No, you come down here. Sorry, I'm doing both things at once. Streamlab. Nope, not Streamlabs. I'm an idiot. What is it? Steam library, Steam apps, common, Train Sim World. Where did they want these installed? TS2 prototype content DLC. I think it wasn't it the M1s that came with it? Looking like that? Oh, whatever. Move the sounds over too. I think it was the M1s, not the M3. I don't even care. It can't be worse. Okay, so I just put him in. So I guess I'll have to quit the game to get him to load in. I'm gonna try just loading the train again and see what happens. If I can get out of quitting the whole game. But we'll see. This horn better be significantly better. The exterior might look better, but like the cab with having the PTC board on it should not be there with an older paint scheme on it. You know, the speedometer should be used and all that. Alright, how's that for a stop? Quit to main menu. I want to see if I can just go to the main menu and load back in, if that'll work. If I have to go completely out of the game and back in, well, you know, that's unfortunate, but whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna make life easier. You sure you want to exit the game? Yes. Come on. Sign in. Or start. Just give it a sec. It'll boot right up. A lot of people are saying they weren't that interested until the M3 showed up, but the M3s are just, no matter how many modifications you put in them. Alright, so yeah, there we go. You see, it looks more like an M1 to me. Alright. Just Atlantic Terminal, Atlantic Terminal, Long Island City and Penn, and Hicksville and Hempstead. That's it. This horn ain't better. Should be though if it's Van Roller's horn. I guess it's better. I mean, anything's better. I don't have time. I've got the perfect interior horn if they want it. I just don't know how to do it. But anybody who knows how to make the pack can use that horn that I hit all the time in this, if they want it. Why do the brakes not charge? They monkey with the acceleration on that? Jesus. Horn's better, but new horn. It sounds almost too airy. But 10 times better, so I'm not going to blame it. I am speeding though. You know what it's missing? The squeak that the M3 horns do. You hear that squeak at the beginning where it's like, ew. That's what it's missing. Yeah, cab's identical. But the old M is awesome where it just says Long Island. Give the rail fans their window. Did they fix the headlight problem? Nope. Yeah, you like the real horn. I'm not faulting anyone for making a pack. I think it's much better than what we had. I mean, but I do think that, you know, again, if they want it, they can have it. Yeah, welcome to the new and improved. It's just something about that old logo. Hey, welcome. It is nice though to be able to push the game's horn and it actually worked. This is the M3. I'm going to say right now, I want to thank Valhalla Tower Productions and Yuri for completing this soundtrack. I'm not sure which I like more, so I'm going with both. Wish they'd won the contract for everything. They might still be building cars today. Yeah, we left Penn. We're heading to Ronkonkoma or Hicksville. Yeah, the jury's still out. I mean, the jury's out. The jury's back in about is this better? But we'll get the final verdict on what I think of it later. I still think this fucking track switch is the most annoying thing in the world. Why do you go from 1 to 2 back to 1 again? Or however these damn things are numbered. But like, just pick a side and stick with it. Oh, that's cool. They made the little lights on the side work, too. They may have already worked. I don't know. I know the ones over the cab don't work. See if I can get in close enough to see it. Nope, the 3 lights over the cab, which are what told you whether you're taking brake or you're taking power, do not change. But the ones on the exterior of the train do. I forget what red is. I think red is handbrake or something. Oops. Did it change all of them? Yeah, it did. Yeah, MOW work being done for that tiny little section. Guy's driving 1 spike. Yeah, so this horn that we now have from the sound pack is still not quite right, but man, is it better. Oh my god. Whoops. Yeah, made it. The door is also still sound wrong. Yeah, we gotta sit here for a little bit. Just a short bit. Yeah, it's kind of comical, actually. Oh, I get the damn hiccups now. That's where the real horn comes from. It's one of my Railfan Window videos. It's off of the Far Rockaway train. Yeah, the one that I've been using in all my streams before I got this modification pack. Which this game had a lot of things, like a full route. when you wait for the Long Island Railroad for a train simulator for 20, 25 years, and multiple different companies who make train simulators at the time promising it, and then no one delivers, you sort of just accept whatever you got and move on. Exactly. It's yeah. I'm pretty sure every timetable out of Penn Station does that. Actually, the crossover and back. We're gonna be early into Jamaica, I think. I don't think it ever does have 12 cars. On the main screen where you can choose what train you want, the 3 or the 7, you can actually pick how many cars you want. I think our options are 6, 8, and 10, so... Apparently for dovetail games, extremely hard. And I know for a fact that at least, I'm not on the beta team or anything, but I know that at least some of the beta testers have their own horn videos or have access to them, because I offered one of the beta testers horn sounds. So they should have had access to it. Why they choose not to use it, I don't know. And that's why I'm so open to saying what I feel about this game. Is if they put half the effort into the details as they claim they do, they'd have one of the best train simulators out there. Actually, you know what? I don't think it's laziness that's the problem. I think it's the... what's the word? They just don't give a shit. I think that, you know, they claim that this is a game for rail fans made by rail fans. I don't think it is. I think it's a game for rail fans made by people who want to make money. That is the horn cut from a video of mine, and why am I getting a penalty? I don't know why the penalty light lit up on the HUD for a second. I think if it was really made by rail fans for rail fans, we'd have a game closer to Run 8. If you don't know what Run 8 is, it's a simulator. The majority of it takes place in California, and the BNSF trackage out and around LA, going from San Bernardino, in that area, all the way out to Niels and Sligman. If you want to go past Mojave, all that. That game is physics are good, everything's really good. That's rail fans for rail fans. You know, these guys... I'm not going to say nothing they've ever produced is, you know, perfect. But the best content for any of the games, this one or regular Train Simulator, has got to be third-party content. Like, they still didn't fix that damn signal that's always wrong. That I've been mentioning since the Long Island RIRR came out for this game. So, you know, I say the same thing over and over again, but they don't care what I think, so. I mean, I think, as sad as it is to say, in some ways, Microsoft Train Simulator was one of the better simulators we've had. Oh good, I'm going to have time now to run back, turn the marker lights on, and I think we just passed a map I can place. Which, if you ask me, is one of the sillier parts of this game. Like, you want me to run around to every individual station and find all the stupid content, like all those stupid little things, but if I see one, I place it. The other thing I never get is why they make the load passenger thing fill up. This guy's waiting for a window to open, and then it just says wait. Like, why don't you just make it take longer, like Train Sim 2020 does? Well, that's cool. They updated the side graphics as well. I thought I saw a map. Oh yeah, here it is. That's genuinely the trip. It ends in Hicksville. You can't go from Long Island City to Penn, so that should be an offshoot, but whatever. That's better. They actually did a decent job with Jamaica, which is like, well, there is no service from Hunters Point in Long Island City because they didn't put the diesels in. You know, I mean, come on, guys. Like, Oyster Bay could have done a great job. You could still put out Oyster Bay. It's completely within the bounds of... You wouldn't even have to build more mainline. Oops. No. The diesel still should be in this. Like, that's a pack you could make for this thing, and people would go berserk, right? Make it only as far as Oyster Bay. I think you should extend electric to Huntington, like you should have in the first, like they should have in the first place, and then gone on to Port Jeff with the diesels. But clearly that ain't happening. So why don't you just build Oyster Bay? At least that's got frequent diesel service, and it always comes into Jamaica. right? Port Jeff is mainly that shuttle from Huntington. No, you can walk all the way to East Wilson, there's just nothing there. Which is even dumber, because that's electric territory. So they should have built East Williston. I'm surprised everything doesn't have the same damn horn, that M7 horn. They seem to love it. This is much better. Yeah, the diesel with the M3, the M7 horn. Alright, Mineola's next. Hopefully we don't run into some stupid train, No, it's not accurate. That horn's not accurate to anything. I'm dash! Shut up. It shouldn't still be 15. That horn's not accurate to anything. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, you just listed like all of them. Far Rock, Hempstead. They don't have enough reference of the diesels, they can just ask people for it. Like, that's what I don't get, is they don't have much reference for any of this. Fans go out and find it, and, you know, people who they contact go out and find it. If they really wanted to have the diesels, reference material could be generated, you know? I live here, I can go get pictures. You know, it can be accomplished. Van really lives right near here. He can go get pictures. I've seen manuals for this stuff on eBay before at train shows. Like, it's possible to get. You just have to, they have to source it. They have to ask people to help them get it if they want it. I'm sure there's some employee who'd be willing to take cab photos. How much was the simulator? I don't know. I think the simulator was like $60, and then the route was 20 or 30, or the cars were 30, or I don't remember. If you wanted the M3s on the game and all that, probably about $100. Now, if you were watching the stream the other day, or the video I uploaded on YouTube, it's coming through here on a service and almost slammed headlong into a Belmont Park train. There's pictures of all this on Google. That's the whole thing, is, you know, all of this is available. All of this can be acquired by... Hello, yes, this is Train Simulator World, Train Sim World, Long Island Railroad. That's what I don't get. Is how, when all of this is given to them, they can't make it better. Again? Fortunately, this time it was farther up, so I had a little bit of a moment. If you watch the... Can I put a... Probably put a link in the description. Don't really care enough. All of a sudden my speed code tanked. I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a wait because Mineola is what, 10 minutes from here? It's not even in Mineola yet. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is there's nothing on their track. Can we go 2, 4, 6, 10 cars? Can we go over this for a second? So this track is mine. Toward the bottom one. Hold on, let me see if I can turn my cursor on. Okay, now you can see my cursor, right? This track is mine. This track is the other way. Make sense? So, if there's no train here, still nothing. There's the one going the other way. How about this one? Nope, still not. So it's not even like I had to pass something. Nope. 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 There's Hicksville. Nothing is in the way for it to be on its side. So why the fuck is it on my side? Because this makes for some riveting live stream, doesn't it? Now, okay, so the backstory is they do use both tracks. This is why they're building a third track. They do use both tracks to come into the city in the morning and out of the city in the afternoon. Like, rush hour gets both tracks. Hence the third track thing. But they don't have one scheduled to just sit here for an hour. The fact that the far side, that the inbound track is empty, just pisses me off. Right? Like, this is rush hour coming inbound. This is almost 8 in the morning. There are a shit ton of trains speeding into the city right now. We have yet to pass, I think we passed, what, 1 or 2? And now we're sitting at a signal because the only other fucker on the line is going against traffic. I see everyone tuning in now. You picked a great moment. I'm going to be sitting here for the next, like, 5 minutes due to the stupidity of this route. We can sit here for about 3 more minutes. 4 more minutes. No, 3 minutes. Before this thing makes us late. I wonder if I got this timetable somewhere. Where's the Port Jeff timetable? So this is the Port Jeff timetable in my hand. This was valid from January 6th to March 8th, 2020. We left at 7:15 from Penn State. Okay. Again, official timetable. If we left at 7:15, well, that's out the window. There isn't one. There's a 6:07 and a 7:37, and then an 8:03. So let's assume we're the 7:37, having left early. We would have made Woodside at 48, Jamaica at 57, Mineola at 8:15. Oh, but that also makes Crow Place and Westbury. They all should be included in the Port Jeff because it's covering the whole of the main line. Oh. I don't know if I have a Ronkonkoma one. The fuck is this? Oh, that's in GT. Wrong railroad. Oh, here it is. Ronkonkoma. So, oh, here's the thing. He's got his headlights on dim, so he's got no tops and he's got his markers on. No, it's the 737 is the Ronkonkoma train. Hey. Alright, now we're in business. Well, he was that stupid. So for those of you just joining, welcome to the stream. We're just dealing with more stupidity. Oh, shut up. We're just dealing with more stupidity. Boy, that's making eclipse. If I don't pass a single local train between here and Hicksville, or at least here in Mineola, I'm gonna be pissed. Because then they could have crossed him over at New Hyde, in between New Hyde Park and whatever. Yeah, but in the PM they screw over a peak train. I don't remember what train it is, but Dovetail did the same shit, but it messes up a peak train. It's still an eastbound that ends up sitting here. But it's rush hour going that direction. Impatient engineer, finally. Oh, this whole timetable thing of it being as accurate as possible is all out the window. I think I said it before. On Hempstead, so many of their trains are okay. So you make Floral Park and Garden City and Hempstead, and then the next one makes Garden City, Country Life Press, and none of them do that in the real world. As soon as you make, right after Floral Park, when that train diverges, they all make every single stop. Where's the timetable? Ah, crap. I'm pressing it. I was pressing it for the record before you gave me the penalty. I wonder if you can. Whatever. Let's go. Man, that thing goes. That horn's better. So that's the game horn. For the next crossing, I'm going to use my horn, which is the real one. That crossing doesn't exist. And now, completely unrealistically, I have to slow down to 40. Because whether you're crossing over here or not, this stupid thing makes you go 40. See? I'm waiting to make fun of this crossover one of these days and then have it actually make me cross over. Are you real life timetable for game? What? I'm sorry, I don't understand that question. People gotta stop standing so darn close. So this is Train Sim World. I can't modify the timetables. I'm using whatever they made for it. But these are the real life timetables that I'm commenting off of. Like, yeah, that's a good idea, Dovetail. Program people that close to the edge to give people the idea who play this that that's okay, an okay place to stand. Like, come on, people, what are you thinking? So far I've seen no reason why that train had the wrong rail. None at all. Yeah, I've been saying where's the pedestrian crossing since the game came out. Oh man, oh man. Hicksville in at 8:05. Am I friends with Fanrail, or why do you ask? I am friends with him. I've sent him that clip 4 or 5 times already. He doesn't do mods for Train Sim World, is the problem. He does sound packs for 2020, not Train Sim World. You really, I don't know how these guys modded Train Sim World. Apparently they pulled it off, but you really can't. It's really set up so you really can't. This is the only train simulator that, to my knowledge, has done the Long Island Railroad. They don't seem to want there to be a workshop. Because they have been saying, we'll make the editors, we'll make the editors, we'll make the editors for years. Well, since whenever the damn thing came out, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago? It has yet to materialize. I doubt if it ever will at this point. They've been saying for a long... They said at the beginning they were going to do multiplayer. It's never going to happen. You know, so... There's a lot of things about this game that were sort of... I think they promised when they started that they hadn't figured out how to do yet, and then got themselves in way deeper than they meant to. My personal opinion. If anybody from Dovetail's watching, feel free to correct me. Yeah, Train Sim World always crosses you over back there if they're bringing you in on a different track, on not track 3. Here's the stupid part of this whole thing. If this was a Ronkonkoma train, you'd want to still be on that track, because that would be the track that becomes the Ronkonkoma local track. So it would make sense. It's because 2020 is a better game. When they did the live stream for this game, for the M3's come out, you know, release, the day before they released them, somebody in the chat asked, did you talk to Rippo about content? If you don't know who Rippo is, he's the guy that made the M2s and 4s for Train Sim 2020. They said no. They talked to somebody else about it. Well, you turned away from a guy who had just created these, and I would assume wouldn't be against making M3s, and I would hope he's going to make them for Train Sim 2020. Because they need them for Metro North. But you don't go with his expertise, even though he just did all this. See what I mean about them not using their best judgment? So the only reason we'd be on track 2, which they never really bring trains in this direction on track 2. Because there's absolutely no need to ever bring a train in. I didn't have the brakes far enough over. Light's still on. There's never really any reason why you'd ever have a need to bring the train that's on track 2 going eastbound, because you can get to both places from track 3, where they fucking belong. Obviously, if it's rush hour, they're using everything they can. But in reality, everything comes in there, and then usually if it's not rush hour, the Port Jeff train connection, if it exists, is sitting on the middle track. So you can just cross the platform. Yay, I got a gold medal! Wahoo! Almost level 10. That was fast for 3 days. Return to free roam. See, this is the other thing I hate about these trains. The terminating here is... Now, unless you memorize the schedule, or these two bozos, you're going to have to stand here until a train randomly decides to come in with no way to find out when the hell that's going to happen. A brain surgeon 1 and 2 over here haven't noticed the train is right there. Man, that M looks good. Best logo they ever had. Did they fix their multiple unit problem? I don't think so. I think so. This one's 99.45. This one's 99.20. Nope, they didn't. Randomly at the edge where the train is not. You're like, it makes no... Whoops. That ladder wouldn't be useful. Okay. Hello? The train's over there. Don't look away, you idiot. Look at me. Hi. The train is over here. So, go. Or just put your hand through your shirt. Lady, that's between two cars. You wanted the doors. They were over there. Did they just program everyone to stand on the edge? Like, if I open this door, will people get on? Maybe he just can't read and he's trying to figure out what that sign says. Is it cold out, so they're enjoying the vent? I'm not really following here. What's so interesting? Hey, wait a second. I found a glitch. So in the real world, this window is blacked out because that's the crapper. Isn't there a way to squat in this yet? So this window should be black because this is the crapper. Instead, you can just see through the crapper. Okay, guys, in the sound pack, you could delete that sound file. This has something to do with PTC, I always forget what. This is the crapper. Or the lavatory. That's apparently an emergency ladder. But, like, so forget modeling the crapper. I understand why they didn't do that. You have to sit on this, you're the unluckiest bastard on the whole train. I think that's actually a buzzer. Anyway. Forget modeling the crapper. You had to make it see-through from the outside. So that this guy's not a total creep staring into the crapper. Oh, did I leave that door open? Anyway, can you go downstairs? Nice cross under. Don't style it at all, just make it a bunch of tiles, ain't nobody gonna notice. When does this thing shift it? I mean, if this is really around Ronkonkoma train, I could have walked to Bethpage by now. Oh. Headlights are dim. Marker lights are on, I guess. Man, this crew change takes longer than an Amtrak engine swap. Come on. I mean, we're not going to find a train going the other direction. What happens if I just get on the back end of this thing? Oh, there he goes. I keep talking shit about the fact they all go to Port Jeff even after they say Ronkonkoma on them. I'm waiting to eat my words one day. But they never do. They never do. Trucks. And Divide Tower is missing. Or is that it? That's supposed to be it. But I love how they put it right in the middle of the road, when really it's built up on the structure. So that's the first tidbit there. And second, they put it smack in the middle of the road, and they pissed off this delivery dude. Look, I don't think this train is ever going to come the other way. So, this is why I don't like running trains out here. I love running trains out to Hicksville, but because you actually get to go fast and use horn and yada yada yada. But the fact that this isn't a terminal, so there's never a train going the other damn direction, is extremely irritating. Alright, to the main menu, unfortunately. Yeah, see, so it's going to come up here, and it's the beautiful blue. But you see this paintbrush? That means you can switch delivery on it. So let's click switch delivery. And it's not really a switch because you can't. There isn't a second one. But what they've done here is they've put different train lanes in. So like if I say 6 car, continue, it'll only show me the ones that are 6 cars. Atlantic Terminal Hempstead, Atlantic Terminal Hempstead, Hempstead Atlantic Terminal, Atlantic Terminal Hempstead, Port Washington to Penn, which is one of the dumbest bits ever because you only go as far as Woodside. Port Wash, Penn Station, Port Wash, so the hell with that. Let's see what they do with an 8-car train. New York Penn to Hempstead, Ronkonkoma to Penn, Penn to Hempstead, Penn to Hempstead, Hempstead to Penn. Ronkonkoma. Oh, the Bellevue Parks. Excuse me. The Bellevue Park shuttle is actually kind of fun for how dumb it is. Back. Switch. So the 10 cars are mainly the Ronkonkoma in New York, even though they're all Huntingtons. I think a good old storm and go run through that. Back. It's still set for 10 cars. 6 cars. We'll go to Atlantic Terminal Hempstead. How's that sound? Wow, that's coming down in buckets. I mean, really in buckets. Country Life Press next. Country Life Press. I mean, this rain is insane. But where'd that signal just go? We just lose signal power or something? Why'd that signal go dark? And these headlights suck too. Jesus. They don't help you see anything. Country Life Press. This is the train to Long Island City. That's not right at all. It's train to Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. The next station is Garden City. This is the Hempstead to Okay, so I'm not unappreciative of whoever made the sound pack, but apparently when you hit the horn, it kills the AC. Just putting it out there. Not that I can see 2 inches in front of the train anyway. Like, this isn't a rainstorm. This is like, you actually can't see. It doesn't help the headlights are absolute crap. But this doesn't even look like rain. It just looks like white lines falling in front of the screen. The station is Garden City. Garden City. Next stop, Nassau Boulevard. This is the train to Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. Between the nighttime and the rain, you really can't see anything. Now notice how... I forget what I was going to say. Oh, the speed code is still set for 15 over here. But it should have been 70 straight out of that station. Now the rain is acting more like rain at 7 once you get to 60. But here's the thing. These headlights are trash. I mean, if it wasn't for the next station stop marker, I'd have no idea I was there until I was blowing through it. Stewart Manor next. Stewart Manor. Nope, never back to that kind of rain where you can't see anything. Okay, so the meter says I'm there in 600 yards, but I don't see it. Wow, you can barely even see that there's a platform there. And I still want to know why the cab is so bright. There's no light on in here. What if I turn the car lights off? Uh-oh. So they think somehow this much light is getting in from the car. Interesting. I think these did have another light in them. I don't remember where it's mounted, but I thought they had like a reading light. Maybe that was just the M1s, I don't remember anymore. Whoops. Slow down to 45, coming around that curve into Floral Park. You see what I mean? You can't even see the curve. Like, how are you supposed to run a train like this? What is that white light? Dwarf signal? I sort of want to see if an M7's coming so I can hop on that to see if the headlights are better. Because I don't remember them being this bad. Like, no matter how skillful you are at running this stuff, you still wouldn't see if a car was in front of you or something. This station is Belrose. This is the train to Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn, and the next stop will be Queens Village. Queens Village, next train to Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. Alright, now we gotta cross all the way over. Another set of threes. He has brights on. Some of this timetable is set up for you to not run your train smoothly. I think that's the truth. Guys used to go flying over those. This is Queens Village. This is the train to Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. The next stop will be Hollis. Hollis next. Stand clear of the closing doors. On the M7s, they should have had announcements. On these, I mean, it's a human making them anyway, so what's the big deal? If they ever would come out with frickin' multiplayer, it would be perfect. One person drive, the other one conduct. Hollis is a very short platform. It's only like 4 cars. Come on, open up. There we go. The station is Hollis. This is the train to Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. Next station is Jamaica. Once again, this is the train to Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. Next stop, Jamaica. Here we go. Yeah, see, these are some of the big things where I always talk about. Good catch, King to 101, is things like that. Train Simulator World was supposed to be the... My range is glitch. The, like, premier product, right? It was supposed to be the higher level, as real as it gets. But in Train Simulator 2020, only the cars that are platformed open. Which is sometimes annoying when the front is on, but off just by, like, you know, you put the back end of the front car off so that you could platform more cars. But then you have a station like, or you have the same situation in, yeah, I love that you can do that. If you have the same, you know, the same situation here where you put whole cars off the back because they don't fit and the whole train opens. Then you got situations like the gates at the grade crossings. They could easily go up and down. They do in Train Simulator 2020, so why don't they in this? Who the hell knows, but they don't. Things like that. Alright, let's see here. We got 37 at Jamaica, that should be possible. East New York, Nostrand Ave, Atlantic Terminal. Okay. Alright, that should be a 30. And it's going to drop to 15 at the door signals. Now, the partial open's not going to do anything. On these cars, you can do something to do it, but you have to get up out of your seat. And that is, you can actually turn off the zone through switch for the door controls. Instead of being through, you can put it to off, which will isolate the cars behind that area, that control. But you'd have to get up and walk to the back of the train to throw that switch. So you can't really do that while you're running the train. It's a little bit of a flaw. Again, it seems like it's perfectly set up for if you were ever going to have conductors, as in like a multiplayer scenario. Okay, perfectly on time. This station is Jamaica. This is the train to Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. The next stop will be East New York. East New York, next train to Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. Change here for Penn Station. and all other destinations. Once again, this is the train to Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. Pretty sure they would really sit there for longer than that, but whatever. Onward. Pretty soon, no trains will be making that crossover anymore once they finish that new platform entirely and open up Eastside at well. Also, once they open up Eastside Access, this is going to be reduced to a shuttle. Yes, you can. I found that on my stream the other day on Twitch. I keep meaning to post that on YouTube. It was going to be tomorrow's video, I think. But since you mentioned it, I guess I'll go do it here. Yeah, it's right over here. Right there. Again, a hint that when they built this, they were thinking of something else. Like, they were thinking of adding in more stuff. I don't know. Come on, throttle, move. Yeah, they definitely did not make the... They did not simulate the capacity that this railroad really serves. With the number of trains that you see when it's moving. If you pick a rush hour service, it's pretty constant. I mean, it's bad enough that they can't use just the 2 tracks anymore. They had to go to a 3rd track on the main line. There's a train like every... Well, actually, I can tell you for sure where'd that Port Jeff schedule go. If we only look at Russia, I never know how to fold these damn things. Here, peak PM. Leaving Penn Station and using the main line between, well, up until Hicksville. The speed limit I don't think actually drops there. I'm pretty sure it's 60 or 70 all the way until the station. But there's a 533, a 535, a 541, a 546, a 551, a 601, a 608, a 621, a 627, a 630, a 635. Okay. Nowhere in this game is that simulated. And it should be. That's an insane amount of service. And several of those are 12-car trains. You know, most commuter rail, when you want to go film commuter rail and you're thinking about, well, when do I go and all that, you have to pick a train and meet that train and plan ahead. Long Island Railroad, if you want to film something on the main line, just go stand anywhere on that main line and point the camera somewhere in the vicinity of the track and you'll get about 20. I actually like the Belmont Park service that they put in here. Yeah, it's dumb because it doesn't really exist, but it's kind of entertaining. Next up, Nostrand Avenue. Nostrand Avenue. Yeah, the first time I ever ran that route was when it didn't give you that, like, score sheet after every run. It just sort of let you start up the next thing there was. And I remember laying the train up there and thinking, okay, well, this is interesting the way they have this set up. I wonder what I'm supposed to do now. I'm sitting in the engineer's seat and he goes, hold till this time. And I was like, okay, it can't be that long. And then I looked down, it's like 6 hours from now. I was like, oh, okay. No, we're not going to wait for that. We're going to go do something else. Thank you very much. It's gonna be close. This station is Nostrand Avenue. Nostrand Avenue. Next and last stop is Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn. Atlantic Terminal, Brooklyn, next and last. It all looks good in the dark. I'm doing alright, how about you? I see no point in speeding all the way up to 45. No, I'll be on YouTube. YouTube is my main platform anyway. Twitch is sort of the alternate. Nothing coming out of Vanderbilt Yard, which is what that crossover is there. This approach to Atlantic Terminal is so freaking painful. Do they not know what freaking tunnel lights are up ahead? Into the blackness! I mean, look at this. That's dim. That's off. That's bright. What the? They got something against running the tunnel lights? They just forgot to program them in? And yes, it is true the speed limit pulling into Atlantic Terminal is 5 miles an hour, but I'm not sure it starts quite this far back. Maybe it does though. I try to avoid taking the train in here because this is so painful. Let us know we're now approaching Atlantic Terminal, our final station. Please take this time now to look around your seat for any articles you may have lost or dropped while you were on board. Please remember to take all your trash with you and place it in receptacles on the station platforms. Once again, this is Atlantic Terminal, our final stop. And viewers, this is the last stop on this train. This is going to be the last stop on the stream for tonight. I got to sign off so I can eat some dinner and we got some more things I got to take care of. But I'll be back on tomorrow. Probably around 4 o'clock, same time. I will put up the, like I did today, I'll put the link up well ahead of time. I'll probably put it up sometime in the morning if I don't put it up tonight. Okay. Apparently we're through the roof. And you can't go into the station? There's no way to go into the actual station? Interesting. So, because of that... Well, no, so I'll put it up and then, because I'm ending earlier tonight, tomorrow I'll do a longer one. Maybe I'll start a little earlier. Whew. Unlock. God, shit. Shut the train down. There we go, gold medal. There we go, mid-level 10. Mid-level 11. Wow. Level 15 on the Long Island Railroad, level 11 on the train. Level 30 overall. We see where my priorities are. Alright, so, as I said, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all. There's a good final shot. I will see you all tomorrow.